So the thing about dating apps is if you have a bunch of photos of you playing golf, like you'll probably be shown profiles who have it as well. And if you mention your love for hiking or the outdoors in your prompts, you'll probably be shown some granola girls or that sort of thing. And I think that's really, really cool. I think there's a ton of potential with it because, it does 100% help get you matches too, because you're just going to stand out to the right person. But I came across a study a few years back. I believe it was like the largest one that's ever been done on relationships. It's like 10,000 couples included. And they wanted to find what are the predictors of a successful relationship? When you boil everything down, what are the things that matter and what are the things that don't? And they found that similar interests, lifestyle, income, age, education, and even personality played relatively no role, which is crazy. Because naturally, people are going to filter for these things on dating apps. But the things that do matter is also really interesting. And you can totally spot them in people too. So here they are. Now, number 3 and 5, things being good in the bedroom, not having much conflict. That's no surprise. But it's number 1, 2, and 4 for why this study has stuck out in my mind. Because it basically comes down to just finding somebody who's just fucking engaged, appreciative, and happy to be there. And of course, you being the same for them. That's really what it's about, just having that level of intention. And in practice, a lot of guys don't do this because they chase the fence sitters. Maybe they'll match with a profile who's a little bit more attractive than usual or has, information in it that just really resonates with them. But if somebody's, giving one-word responses or taking forever to respond, they're not showing up with that level of intention. And the thing is, you can just ask somebody out really quick. Within a dozen exchanges of messages, I just give that as a ballpark. Because if somebody's motivated to meet, they don't need a lot. They don't need, if this is a time in their life when they decided, all right, I want to start dating, they don't need a ton of back and forth with you, just like you don't need it with them. And to add on for why somebody may want to filter for this instead of their personality or lifestyle or interest, actually comes down to what Bumble CEO said based on all their years of data. And she said that people don't actually know what they want. She even said that she probably wouldn't have swiped right on her husband, which is a bit harsh. But that does make sense to me because, based on my life right now, maybe I say that I want somebody who's career driven and that makes complete sense. But in reality, it may mean that I'm going to spend less time with them and I would actually value that time more. And I think it's just very, very hard to always know your wants from your needs, or at least how to properly prioritize them. And I think it just supports the value of going on more dates. Obviously, attraction has to be there, but it's just letting the in-person experience actually tell you what somebody's like. And another really important part about this is actually way back in, I think 2012, I went on 40 first dates in a year. It's a lot. I have a very old video on this. Well, it's not that old, but it's one of my oldest. And the reason I did it, because I was 22 at the time. I had no experience. The first date was the first one I ever been on. And I didn't expect to actually go on that many dates. It was OkCupid and Plenty of Fish, and it was just a completely different ballgame back then. It was very different, the Wild West of dating apps. It wasn't an app. You had to use your computer. But I'm really glad I went on it. And I'm really glad that my mentality was more about getting the experience, to stop being so nervous around women and everything. Because around the 5th date, I ended up liking somebody, but I decided that I would keep going with this because it wasn't until the 9th, I believe, that I actually found somebody that I really liked. It just kind of raised the bar of how a good first date should feel, of how well I could actually click with somebody, where the conversation was just effortless. We could just talk for hours. There's just that spark. And it just kind of opened my eyes. I wasn't even really expecting that. And I think a lot of guys might not ever experience that. You can actually really, really click with somebody. And the average amount of first dates for a lifetime for a guy in the US is 4. So if my results are typical, they'll never know how well they can actually click with somebody, especially the fact that, most people only meet, they date their other from their significant other from their social circle or their work. And it's that is such a fucking small sample size. You have no idea what an actual true match actually feels like. And I think this is why there's value in just going on more dates and, not just like settling for something that like seems good, especially, if you haven't dated in a while and these are all new feelings and experiences that, or at least some that you haven't had in a while, like they can be very enticing and addicting and to like stop you from thinking logically and thinking with scale and numbers and volume. But it makes sense. And I'm very glad that I actually did it. I actually like pushed through and went to the 40. I think like maybe like 5 of the 40. So like a little bit over 10% I had this connection with, which one of them I ended up dating for 12 years. We broke up. Maybe I should have dated one of the other ones. Um, but yeah, I think if you want to take anything from this video, don't filter by or think twice about filtering by interest or personality. And number two, that there's value on going on more dates. But I'd like to know your opinion on this. Maybe you have your type, you know what you want, and you much prefer just, going after that. Or maybe you haven't even got to this position yet because this is kind of like an end game type of thing. Like you're getting matches, you're going on dates, your profile's fixed. But, profiles, they're always fixable. Profiles are always fixable. If you need help with that, join the community. It's helpful. Um, it's free. And we can get you some more dates, get you some matches, help you meet the person that you actually want to meet. But otherwise, I will speak to you again in a few days.